So should I be looking at y'all or the camera? Or?
Look at us like we're talking in a conversation.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Hi, Snowy.
Hello.
Welcome to Almost Positive. I'm so excited that you're here. I think that we should get it started by telling us who you are.
Well, first and foremost, thank you for having me. It's such an honor. I've seen you all in your elements and in your space, and I'm just so proud of both of you for not only putting this podcast together, but also for winning People's Choice.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and so my name is Snowy Rodeo, and I am founder of Snowy Rodeo Tarot and Psychic Yoga and Sound. I'm a psychic medium based out of Austin, Texas, and I've been reading tarot for 25 years.
So amazing.
See, I don't think I even knew that you've been doing it for 25 years. That's amazing.
Yes.
How does it come to you? Like, how does it all start?
Yeah.
Is that the right question to ask?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a great question. So all of us are born with intuition and abilities, and I think that if you're raised in an environment where it's accepted or maybe you hone into it a little bit more, then you start developing specific skill sets.
Yeah.
So when I was 4 years old, I started getting information from my deceased grandmother. Mm-hmm. And my mom was a psychic, and so she was like, oh no, this is another one in the house. Yes. And so she let me tap into it and lean into it as I was seeing spirits and channeling information. And when I was 9 years old, we moved from New Jersey to a little town called Cassadaga, Florida.
Okay.
And it's actually the psychic capital of the world.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that why y'all moved there?
Actually, my mom never told us that, but
Okay.
I know that's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were taking a road trip to Miami, Florida, and we stopped at Denny's, and there were pamphlets of homes for sale. And my mom goes, I want that pink house with a pool.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
I love
From
that.
the pamphlet.
From the pamphlet. And it was like $89,000, which
Amazing.
is nothing. Right?
Yeah.
And we continued going down to Miami for a family trip. And by the time we hit New Jersey, we were packing up our stuff and moving there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Super cool. And my dad still lives in the area. So
Okay.
he lives in Deltona, close by. And what's really interesting about that whole story is everybody in that town was a working practitioner.
Wow.
And so it is a spiritualist camp, so it's
Yeah.
non-denominational. And a lot of psychic mediums actually go and they channel information, and it's all positive energy. So my mom actually was not the one that taught me tarot. It was my neighbor, Una.
Wow.
Yeah, so Una was from Africa, and she was super witchy. And every time I would go to school, I would walk, and she'd be like, do you want to learn tarot? Do you want to play with the cards? And so she did. And later, I would say within like 3 months, my mom caught me with my cards.
Yeah.
And I had them wrapped up in like a handkerchief, and I would bring it to school. And it was super exciting just being a kid and being able to just look at this like from a creative art form.
Right.
And everybody around us in the neighborhood specialize in different things like
Right.
crystals and Reiki, pet psychics. It's still there, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
There is a bookstore, which I've gotten kicked out of multiple times
As an adult or as a child?
as an adult. My dad is completely banned from there.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, and the reason being is because at one time, I don't know if you have one of mine because I don't have them anymore. I used to have holograms.
We have them at the salon. We
so
talk about
cool.
them once a week.
Okay, so
I'll have to give it back to you.
No, no,
We have
no.
a couple.
You can. I only have one left because they're hella expensive.
Yeah.
Anyways, I would visit my dad and just drop a stack of my hologram cards, and the psychics that live there were getting really angry
The
They were so
competition.
cool.
because I was not living there anymore. So I was kind of like stomping on their grounds and also taking
it.
their clientele.
Got it.
So my dad had to go and collect them because she was going to mail them to me or he was going to get them. But in addition to the bookstore, the earth is super sacred. There's like a park that you can go and meditate in, and then there's a really haunted hotel that they do not want to refurbish or update. It has been known, like in Ghost Hunters, to collect spirits, and there's a whole it's a whole vibe. And what's
Wow.
interesting is like Salem gets so much more like publicity
Right.
over Cassadaga, but Cassadaga is a town that people from all over the world just kind of go, and it's super small. It's like 2 blocks big.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's
How
tiny.
old were you when you moved there, you said?
So 9.
Wow.
Yeah.
I also feel like it's really cool to be a kid too, and like being innocent and like tapping into this world at that time. Like that is so interesting to me.
Yeah, it's also kind of swampy, like there's swamps and alligators and trees with oranges. So growing up with my parents were kind of really strict.
Yeah.
You know, anytime I would leave the house, they're like, don't climb up the tree and eat the oranges, you'll get poisoned. And it's like, you know,
Eve, Garden of Eve.
Yeah, it's like living in superstition.
Right.
It's definitely a thing. But since then, in my 20s, I kind of got out of the holistic realm and really joined the fashion community.
Yeah.
And I started styling for Home Shopping Network for some celebrities, like old celebrities like
So
Susan
cool.
Lucci and Suzanne Summers.
That's so
amazing.
badass, actually. What a flex.
She's lived so many lives.
I know.
Yes. And then from there, I did move and start working for like retail, doing like visual design work for Neiman Marcus and big box retailers. I was at Neiman's for 7 years. So fashion really took a big part of my 20s and my 30s. And then I started realizing the burnout in that industry because it's so high intense. And, you know, there was always this image you had to pull, and it's long hours and traveling to New York and different places just to be on top of the styling game. That I decided, my mom was starting to get sick, and I was like, I really need to spend more time with her and tap back into doing readings and just developing this sense of feeling grounded and also, you know, utilizing my gift.
Yeah.
So I left the fashion career, which was super duper hard.
So hard. I
You
get
know,
it.
saying goodbye to all the people in my life that, you know, were really influential. I always did tarot on the side, but it wasn't until I moved to Austin, Texas from Dallas. I was in Dallas for 11 years.
Wow.
I don't know why I cannot picture you in Dallas.
Yeah. And there's something that a lot of my family members don't even know that I'm going to just tell you. I was also a stand-up comedian and and a DJ.
Wait, I did not know that about you.
I could see you as a DJ.
That's amazing. I love that.
So when I lived in New York City, I was working for Neiman Marcus, and we would have productions and events daily. We would have celebrities like Jennifer Lopez and Catherine Zeta-Jones. They would come in to shop, and it was always so much work. And as a visual merchandiser, we would have to make the presentations, get the flowers, the whole 9 yards. And we would have DJs, you know, playing music and hosting parties. And one day, the person that owned the DJ company was like, I don't have a DJ for tonight's gig. I'm like, I'll do it.
That's so amazing.
Having never done it before?
Never. So he gave me the keys to the van. I drove into New York City and I DJ'd a corporate party and made the most money I have ever made.
That is
How
so
did you
amazing.
even know like how to set it up, what buttons to push?
That I had a tech that taught me, and I'm a hype girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, you know what? I know the music that people are gonna dance to. I'm gonna scream in the microphone. I'm gonna be me, and it's gonna be awesome. And it was my first time, and I loved it.
Oh, I love
so
that.
cool. I love that.
It wasn't until I was working in New York. I didn't know Grand Central Station closed at a specific time.
Yeah.
And I was living in White Plains, New York, which was probably about an hour closer to Connecticut. And so I had all this DJ equipment, dropped off the van, and I was trying to head home, and Grand Central Station was closed. So I had to take a taxi back home, and it was like $200.
Oh my
pissed.
God. Yeah.
I was like, why am I doing this?
Yes.
So that's one of the reasons why I didn't continue DJing.
Yeah.
Wow. Just that singular moment. You were like, this is a pain in the ass. I don't want to do this.
No. And I was like, this is not the lifestyle, like the late nights, you know. And I was,
But what a cool moment of life to be like, I was a DJ. I can do that. I pulled it off. This is so amazing.
I was a DJ.
Yeah, I love that.
And then after DJing, I was doing stand-up in Dallas. At the
did not know
Hyenas.
that is so cool.
Yeah. So I think I'm pretty funny. I also
This is us every week. We're like, are we funny or like, are we just full of ourselves? What is it?
also the way my mind works, you know, with the psychic mediumship and the tarot, it's like, how can you not find humor in some of the things that we're craving answers for?
Absolutely.
Because it's like,
that's such a niche, I feel like, in the comedy world that needs to be talked about more.
Oh, yeah. I use humor for everything. My feelings, my hiding my ADHD, all sorts of it. I love to laugh. It's my favorite thing in the world. I hired a girl the other day just because she said she thought she was funny.
Yeah.
We're like, hired.
Done. And then she was like, okay, Soleil. We're like, Even better.
In moments like this, we do need a little bit of that humor moment
Absolutely.
to navigate life.
Totally.
But fast forward to now, I've been really into the holistic and wellness community. In 2023, I opened up Psychic Yoga and Sound, and I got certified in yoga and sound. And that's been really kicking off.
Yeah, you're doing amazing things. I hear just like random people like, oh, I went to this really cool event. Her name's Snowy Rodeo. And I'm like, that's my girl.
Yeah.
I know her.
Yes. And you all send me a lot of business too.
We love you.
It's like y'all are the best salon here in Austin, Texas. And the reason why you all are the best is because of the diversity that you have to bring with all of the stylists and the just I don't know. Again, with my fashion background, every time I go into the studio, I'm like, I love everything about this. It just kind of it makes you feel like you're a celebrity when you leave the space.
Thank you.
Wow.
That's a
What a
really
compliment.
great compliment.
I love that.
Thank you so much.
And I, Katie, you do my hair.
Yes.
So every time, even on my messy hair moments,
I love
people are
that.
still complimenting me.
That's the best.
That is
the best compliment ever. I
For a
love that.
hairstylist. Like, wow.
Yeah. I feel like for you, I met you at a singles event. Remember that?
Gosh.
Well, I don't know why I always think it's a cruise.
Basically, we had to
cruise.
drive out. Where was it at?
I don't even want to talk about that day.
Well, now I have to know everything about it.
It was crazy.
It was in the middle of nowhere.
Literally the middle of nowhere. You had to park. Like, it was probably like 2 hours away.
Oh, wow.
Yes, let's keep talking about this
Yeah.
because I'm going to get to the end.
Yeah. You had to park at this weird park, and then I'm driving random girls that are also going to the singles event. They weren't even going to put me and my friend into the same car. You had to carpool because there's not enough parking spots.
Okay, wait. So y'all all met somewhere.
Met at this park and then drove to the location.
And you're with strangers.
Strangers. And like, I made my friend like cancel. I was like, you're coming with me. Like, you are not going in this other person's car. Like,
No.
I'm not talking to these. No.
What a weird.
And also, the girls that were in my car were like 18 years old. I have
Double no.
nothing
Love
to talk
to-
to them
love them,
about.
but no.
But it was just not the thing. And I'm like, I already don't want to do this, but I'm forcing myself out of my comfort zone. So then you drive to this location and like they have like a dinner, Snowy's there, there's cocktails, and it's just this singles event. So you're just like feeling like you're being vetted essentially. And like
I've never been to a singles event, so this is all new to me.
it was my first and last one. So men are coming up to you essentially just like vetting you out of like, can you be the mother to my children?
Is it like organized in a way where they're like, we're doing these activities?
like
or is it
some
just like a
activities,
mixer?
but it's just kind of a mixer. Like, it was just so, I had so many strange interactions that I don't ever want to do again. But then I met Snowy and we had an amazing reading. But then I will let you talk about the end because I think I know what you're going to talk about.
Oh my gosh. So I will say that the event was on a beautiful farm.
Beautiful
Okay.
farm. The people who live there, like, I think that's their thing.
That's their thing.
Yeah.
So they serve the farm eggs. They
Yeah.
have the meat, lots of meat, by the way, and I'm vegan. So,
Oh,
I couldn't eat anything.
There was a whole pig. It was like a hog roast.
Yeah, and there was music, and I
Yeah.
was in this beautiful tent which had scorpions inside.
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not. So the whole time I'm doing readings and I'm trying to channel in spirit, I'm like, I hope a scorpion doesn't go in my fucking boot.
Yeah.
Because, like, I will die.
I did
Right?
not know that.
Oh, and then I'm doing readings.
like
and-
Ninja Warrior for psychics.
Yeah, you're like fighting for your life.
Right. And I'm married. I have my ring. And the guys are like, well, are you single? I'm like, no. And they're like, that's interesting that you're at a singles event and you're not single. And I'm
like-
like, I know. It doesn't make sense. And I remember specifically an attractive guy. Jake, don't get jealous. I'm married. And I said, this place is not for you. You're going to
Yeah.
find your wife in 6 months in this place and da-da-da. And fast forward, he reaches out to me on Instagram. He's like, you're right. I found my wife.
You're kidding me.
Right. I'm not. And what's crazy about the end of the evening is that drunk people were there because they were serving unlimited alcohol. And someone was lingering near my table as I was packing up my, my chairs and my table. And I could park on site because I
Yeah.
got there early and I didn't have to do the whole transfer. But this drunk guy, he was like, can you drive me back to Austin? I go, no way. And he was like, why? And I'm like, because it's 2 hours away and I'm going opposite direction from where
Yeah.
you're going. I asked him where he lived. He said the domain super north, not even a thing.
Not even a close
I
for
said,
you.
I'm so sorry. Did you not drive? And he goes, oh, I drove. He goes, I tried to get in the car. And in that lot, there's a local police officer breathalyzing people and checking people
Great.
to see if they're drunk. And I go, well, why would they do that if they're hosting this party? And it's because it's a small town.
Yeah. So we drove. I had only had one drink, so I was fine to drive. But the other girls that I was responsible for at this point were wasted. So you drove back to this little state park. I mean, it's
This is
fenced
so bizarre.
off.
This whole setup is so
It's crazy.
Right. Not
And
set up for success.
No. And it's fenced off with, like, you can't even get around it. So we had to call the girl and we're like, hey, she's like, oh, the sheriff's coming. And we're all like,
Yeah, the sheriff.
great.
What?
Oh, super cool.
Major buzzkill.
And I'm like, well,
I guess I'll sleep with the scorpion.
yeah. Yeah. And I mean, the girls, I was like, are you guys okay? Like, I was like immediately uncomfortable. And they were like, yeah, we're fine. And I'm like, okay, well, like, best of luck. And then I left. I left with my friend and I'm like, I'm never doing that again. That was crazy.
Why didn't they just have like a party bus or something?
I don't know. It was
that
just
would be
like
more.
I don't know.
Seal
They
would have
tried,
a
I think,
field
to
day with
limit
the
drinks to
logistics
2 a
here.
person, but then like people were drinking more and it was just like
course.
this whole thing. But that's how I met Snowy.
Wasn't it
All
called
I'm-
Cowboys and Cuties or
Something like that.
First red
Something
flag,
like that.
guys.
I know, but like whatever. We're like, we're single. We have to meet boys. Like, let's go.
That's fair.
And everyone was like, you should do this. And we're like, fine. Like, it's
All I
okay.
can think about now is that we should host one of these events, but do it better, hire Seal, and figure the
Yeah,
work
we
out
can
the
totally
kinks.
do that.
You know, it's actually been I've always wanted to be a wingman on one of these things. I've been with
God.
my husband since I was like an infant, so
Yeah.
like I never experienced any of that stuff, and I just think it's entertaining and it's like a whole new world for me. So like
I come
I've
to you
always
with all the stories.
Yeah, I always want to be like a wingman for like those minute dating things or something.
We can.
So
I mean,
can,
it
like
was,
vet people.
I think
for
it could be a
Katie.
really cool event. Like, it could be really cool if you execute it well.
Yeah, and we should force Brent to do it.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
And
he's our
have me
new.
there.
Well, duh.
Because all I could
Absolutely.
do is look into people's eyes and say, you've
No.
got issues.
Pass.
Yeah.
You're cool. You can say you actually should leave. Yeah.
For the record, I also said to Katie, you're beautiful and wonderful, and you should also not be here.
Yes. I'm not kidding you. Snowy has predicted. Well, you predicted this podcast. I don't know if you remember this. My last reading with you. And I always also know that it's time for me to get a reading because there will be like 12 cardinals in my backyard. And I know that's your mom. And so you're so in sync with
Ooh, that
me.
gave me goosebumps.
It's crazy. You're so in sync with me. You've predicted like me going to Headspace, how I was going to meet my next associate there. This podcast, getting into the fitness world, like it is, I say that soft.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but that was my last reading with you. We were like, we met by method. We met at Blue, what is the place called that you work at?
The Blue Shoes.
Blue Suede, yeah. And yeah, you were like, something with the fitness world. I think you're going to start a podcast. And then here we are like 9 months later.
Absolutely.
Which is so crazy.
That is really crazy.
But I tell everyone,
I
I'm like,
never
she
saw
is-
this on my bingo card. That's for sure.
Yeah. She's just like so in tune with me. I don't know how to explain it. And I tell people that. I'm like, I've been seeing her for a long time. It's just, she knows me.
Yeah.
So
Well,
wild.
I had a premonition about you both before
You
arriving.
did with our last names.
Nope. I had a thought that this is the beginning to something bigger. And do you want me to announce?
Yeah.
Maybe. I think the next thing is a reality TV show.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I mean, we're open to whatever. We said with this, we're like, we'll let it lead to
I'm
whatever
internally
happens.
panicking inside. I tell Katie all the time, I am a walking liability. Like, I don't have a filter. We could get canceled.
At any moment.
Also, you could be famous. You are famous.
She's uncomfortable. Her palms are sweating.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. We'll see. Oh my God. Well, that's amazing. I love your story. I love you dearly. I think you're doing amazing things. I love what you're doing in like the yoga community and all of that. I think it's really cool to encompass you as an individual. And I think you're a really incredible person. I talk about you all the time.
Oh, yeah. All the time.
We-
Your name gets brought up at our salon constantly.
Constantly.
And anyone that has ever interacted with you that we've connected through all of this has always been like, she's incredible.
Yes.
Like, I
Y'all
know.
are going to make me cry. I thought I was going to make you cry. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we think you're amazing. We were like, Snowy, you were like the number one on our list to
Yeah.
have you on. We couldn't wait.
I'm so excited.
Oh, yay. Well, should we read some cards?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that'd be
one
really
of my
fun.
clients got me
Oh,
a
yes,
deck
you should
the
say-
other
yeah,
day,
tell.
and I didn't know. You'd be surprised how naive I am to all this stuff. Like, one of my good friends is a psychic medium, so she's always like told me a little bit about how all of this works. But I thought all decks were the same. I didn't realize that. Like, I thought they were all the same, and they only changed because of who was handling them.
Oh.
I didn't realize that there was like oracle decks and all of this different stuff. So she gifted me this oracle deck, which I forget what it's called now. It's so pretty.
It's like black and gold.
Yeah, but we've only did one reading.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I want to do this for every single one of my clients because I think it'd be so fun. So I should show them to you one day so you can tell me how to do them.
Absolutely. And I would like for the audience to just kind of explain the difference between tarot and oracle.
Yeah, because we don't know.
So my first deck that I had since I was 9 years old, right now it's in like a museum case. I'm just kidding. It's at home.
She's vintage.
I know. There's the comedian.
She's super vintage, but it's the original Rider-Waite. And that's a 78 card deck. And so tarot has 78 cards. And since that deck, which by the way was co-created with a British illustrator, Pamela Coleman.
Wow.
And she put all of like the colors and the images and the numerology. She was really big into that kind of stuff. And since then, you know, everyone and anyone can create a tarot deck, but it does have rules, right? So the rules are that they are always 78 cards, and it's divided up by two sections, the major and the minor arcana.
Okay.
So the major arcana are like the big themes, so like the sun, the lovers, the empress, and the minor arcana is like the descriptions. Is it like relationships, career? Is it finance, love? So it's technically the categories.
Okay.
And what's really cool is it could be something that you're drawn to. So if you happen to like cats or you happen to like birds, these cards can be themed.
Okay.
What's really interesting about oracle cards is there's not a specific amount, so you can have 44 cards or 55 cards, but each card has a translation, meaning that it has a little book that is the artist's interpretation.
Okay.
And so for that reason, even myself and other intuitives who have been reading for a long time, we use our intuition to see how the card makes us feel, first and foremost. We look at the colors, the description, meaning like the facial features, numerology, and we make our interpretation. And then we read the book.
Yeah.
And the book can kind of give you the artist's interpretation, but 9 out of 10 times it's the same. So with your point, since you do have a deck, I encourage you to have a connection with it.
Okay.
And having a connection with it starts with your rituals in the morning. So when you are sipping your tea, matcha, coffee, and you're sitting there outside or in your kitchen, you have your deck with you and you're just very present, whether you breathe or meditate, and then you pull a card. And something I recommend is called conscious journaling, where you start writing, you know, what you feel based on this card. So for instance, if you pull like a card that says, you know, soul, S-O-U-L, then you would say, okay, what does my soul need right now? And so it kind of prompts you to writing.
That's
Because
cool.
journaling can suck sometimes. It could be like, well, what do I write?
Right.
I feel silly. I feel dumb. I don't have anything to write.
Yeah. Where do I start?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And conscious journaling is like, well, I'm just going to dump out the messages in my head so that I don't carry that with me throughout the day. And that could be like a bad dream you had. It could be something you're overthinking about or worrying about from the night before. And so that's why it's so important to work with these modalities, whether you're psychic or intuitive or not, because it really helps you tap deeper into the conscious and subconscious mind of the brain. It's science.
Yeah.
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 That's so cool.
And
That is very
in
cool.
terms of reading even for your clients, I say 100% yes, because there's so many people that have taken my Intro to Tarot course and also learned on their own, and they're estheticians, hairdressers, massage therapists, acupuncturists, and when they add this modality into their business, not only can they elevate their pricing, but it brings an experience to the table.
Yeah.
And since you all are there listening to everyone's story and really just being there as like a sister to everyone, it's so much deeper when you're not just talking about how's your day, how's your love life, all the things. It's more like, what card did you get? And like, let's talk about how that makes you feel. And because y'all are
I love this.
Yeah, because y'all are so originally intuitive, because you're there and you've seen things and you've felt things and you've experienced things.
Yeah.
It tells a story that's different from what everyone else is doing.
Right. Yeah, I think that's
I
so cool.
love that. So you have a course that kind of teaches you, like a crash course on how to start doing all of that?
Yes.
That is awesome.
Yes. I'm planning on doing one in 2026, and
Cool.
it's super reasonable. But I do it in a space, blank space, or not blank space, blue suede or blank space. Actually,
Yeah.
the yoga
So it's
studio
in person.
Yeah.
It's in person.
Oh,
That's so
fun.
cool.
And for those that don't live in Texas, virtual as well.
Okay.
Cool. That's
Wait,
amazing.
when did you say you were going to do that?
I'm thinking 2026.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Sounds
mean,
great.
2 tickets here.
Sign us up.
Yeah, we're going.
Yeah,
For
sure.
Katie Thompson.
Yes.
Yay!
Okay, I might have made this up because I'm known for that, but did you tell me that it's best when people gift you cards, like, or to pick it out on your own?
Both.
Okay.
So there is this interpretation that I feel is not accurate. And the interpretation is, you shouldn't use a deck if someone's gifted it to you or it's used. And I say every deck has energy the way that crystal has energy. And so regardless of if it's new or old or vintage, you should always cleanse it.
Okay.
Now there's 2 ways of cleansing, actually 3. Palo Santo is a type of sage that is indigenous. It's actually like when a female tree dies, because the trees are masculine and feminine.
Yes.
Did not know that.
Yeah, so when a female tree dies, she creates the scent, and it's the Palo Santo stick.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know that's where it
it's
came
a
from.
very tapped in energy, because men cannot create that scent.
Wow.
And male trees cannot, right?
Surprise, surprise.
Right. So Palo Santo, right, is to bring in new energy.
Okay.
But sage has a stronger smell, and sage is to remove negativity and to take away energy. And energy is transferable. It doesn't go anywhere. So it's so important to cleanse your decks and your crystals and everything that you are using or receiving. And to your point, when you're choosing your own deck, you're choosing something that you are attracted to, just like outfits, just like what you want to eat for the day.
Okay.
And if you're a card hoarder like me, by the way, I just got rid of 100 decks.
What?
Yes, I had a tarot deck swap.
Oh, that's fun.
People
is
traveled
super
from
cool.
all over from Dallas, and
Wow.
I released 100 and left with one. So that
Wow.
That gave me
felt,
goosebumps too for some reason. I don't know
Literally.
why.
it felt very liberating and a
Yeah.
little bit sad. There
Yeah.
were people that gifted me decks that were like, I see you're giving it away, and I'm like, to greater purpose.
Yeah.
Because I'm just going to be honest, some decks just don't resonate after a while.
Yeah, I feel like you're like, that was a part of your life. Now you can move on from that and gift that to someone else to start their own journey.
Marie Kondo'd your.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Marie Kondo.
Marie
doesn't
Kondo'd
serve
your-
me a purpose anymore. Or what is it? It doesn't bring you joy. That's what we
Well,
said.
and it gives the deck an opportunity to bring someone else joy.
Yeah, I love that.
Absolutely. And so some of the creators that came to this event, they are building their candle company. They're building like actual products, and they're intuitively adding one card per every purchase with their own interpretation.
Oh, that's so cool.
So sick, right?
Yeah.
So like even like if y'all decide, all right, we want to do these cute little packages and boxes with products, and we're going to add like an oracle card just as
Or holiday sets.
yeah, for a holiday set or divination tool.
Yeah.
I would want one.
Yeah.
That's
so
I love it.
cool. We're using that.
Yeah.
Bye, Snowy Rodeo.
To lists.
Yeah, so today I brought some of my newest favorite decks.
Okay.
One of them is Pamela Love's Infinite Door.
Okay.
So this deck came out 2 weeks ago, and just a brief history of
So
Pamela.
pretty.
Yes, I love it.
Love.
Same.
A brief history of Pamela Love. I met her in 2008. She probably doesn't remember, but she had a sample sale in Brooklyn, and she was a jewelry designer. She is a jewelry designer, and she was operating out of a tattoo shop. I was like, I'm in.
Yeah.
And at the time, she was making like daggers and very like esoteric type of jewelry, which like pentagrams and things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is my person.
Yeah.
Fast forward to now, obviously over 20 years ago, close to it at least, she designed her own tarot deck with another person who created the artwork with her. And this deck took 7 years to make.
Wow.
Yeah. And so now she's a fine jewelry designer. I'm just going to tell you, I probably can't afford a lot of her things, but I love it. And
You admire it. That's okay.
yeah, and
One day.
it's more dainty, and she's gone into like the piercing world. So a lot of her shops have like piercing studio,
Yeah.
and it's very like elegant now. But she still has her rock and roll edge. 'Cause
I love it.
yeah, she was also in a band.
Yeah.
So we're gonna use this for tarot.
Okay.
And then for Oracle, we're going to use the Magical Spirit, which notice they both kind of have a similar vibe. And we're going to use the Real Bitch.
Okay. Love.
Because the Real Bitch has the
Those are
side
so cool.
that
So
is
badass.
like, I don't know if you can see it, like
I
hot
love
pink.
Yeah, it's so rad.
And then going with like your leopard vibe
I'm
theme.
so in.
I want to live in that deck.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want everything I own to look like that deck.
Yeah.
So I guess the first thing, especially for our viewers here to know, is that we do need to drop into a little meditation so we
Okay.
can channel in the energy together.
Got it.
So uncross your legs and place your feet on the ground. I invite you to bring your palms to face up, sit up nice and tall. Notice where you're holding any tension, maybe in between your brows or your lips or shoulders. Let's take a deep collective breath in through the nose. Deep breath out. Let's call in our spirit guides, our angels and source. Angels and spirits, please step forward. Please give us the most accurate and insightful message. Please let us be intuitive. Let us know the struggles, the gains, and all that comes through as we are optimistic to see what shows up. Amen.
Wow.
So sound is a third thing that releases energy.
Wow.
And because we can't light anything up in this beautiful studio, this is my mom's bell.
Wow.
And sound also has the highest hertz and frequency. So even if you're feeling stagnant, know that music can also make you feel awake or more alive.
Okay.
Love that.
So who would like to go first?
Laura can go first.
Okay.
Okay.
It was your reaction. You were like,
Okay, so you're actually going to be doing the work.
Okay.
Yeah? And I'll do the channeling.
Okay.
So what I encourage you to do is to shuffle this your way. So put your energy in it.
Okay.
Shuffling your way, you can hold it with the non-dominant hand and just do that.
Okay.
Or you can shuffle it kind of like Vegas style. These are kind of new, so are a little crispy
Okay.
still. But once you shuffle, on your knees, put 3 piles.
Okay.
Okay?
See if my old go fish fingers. Let's see if I still got. I can't do
Especially
it.
us
They're too
nail
big.
girlies.
I know.
Okay,
wait, do you
wait.
see Maisie too?
I don't. I go to Golden Nail on
Oh.
Soko.
Oh, yes, I know where that is. Your nails look so good. I love the
I've gone there
chrome.
for 4 years.
Yeah.
So they know that I need my Vietnamese iced coffee because it's like crack and it
I
makes
love
me
it.
run a marathon. And if I have
So
two,
good.
watch out.
Oh, I just recently had to officially again break up with caffeine.
Quit eyeballing the way I'm doing this.
I'm not.
trying to
I'm
put
just
my
watching
energy
you.
into it.
Put your energy into it.
I can't. Okay.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Okay. Are these like brand new?
Yeah,
This is like the first shuffle.
Not the first
Oh,
shuffle.
thank God.
I've had them for 2 weeks. They've been to Costa Rica already, believe it or
Oh,
not.
they're
that's so
travelers.
cool. How was that?
It was amazing. You know, I work for several different studios in town, Wild Heart Yoga being one that, you know, they go on international retreats. And I was one of the facilitators with, you know, Dr. Elise and Mary Beth,
That's
the owner.
so fun.
was
How many
super
people go to the retreats?
Typically about 20.
Cool.
Yeah, and it's we've opened it up to male. As
Wow.
well. It used to be just like women's
Yeah.
retreat, but you know, lately it's like whoever wants to go, and they're always themed and a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. I did the Lord's work over here.
Okay,
really did.
beautiful. Well, you actually did a really great job. So let's start with the one that's facing like closest to your body, and if you'll just flash that card for me. Wow, 8 of Wands. Okay, so this is going to be based on the 3 cards. I'm going to give like the collective reading of that.
Okay.
But based on that card alone, and you know, maybe put the card up so the viewers can see what it looks like. Yeah. So that card.
Here, I'll take a picture of them too whenever.
Yeah, so the card is the 8 of Wands. And so with tarot, the Wands represents career path in your journey towards success.
Oh,
That's
And-
crazy.
Yeah, and the 8 is also linked with infinity, right? So it's a very lucky number. But this particular style card has a mask. And sometimes, you know, when we are business owners or when we are creators, or even now that you are on a podcast, that shows that you've really elevated your confidence. This is hard work. You know, we criticize ourselves daily as we look in the mirrors. And as people who are influencers or trying to just tap into the feminine energy of like, be who you are, do what you do, that's going to make you feel enlightened and beautiful, you're there. So I have goosebumps because the Eight of Wands represents that you're heading in the right direction.
Wow, that's a great card.
Oh, body chill.
Oh my God, I love it so much.
It's like, give me a sweater.
Wow.
Okay,
That feels big.
That does feel big.
And so when you look at that card, how does it make you feel with that bold mask? Like removing that and just being you.
Okay, see, that is pretty cool. Now I'm seeing it because it's like hanging right here. I mean, it feels pretty good. I'm like more, I think, hesitant sometimes than Katie is about putting myself out there. I don't like a lot of attention, which seems really silly considering the platform that we're using, but I am getting more and more comfortable with it. And I've talked about this a lot. Like the older I get, the less I give a fuck about a lot of things. And so like I don't have a big filter with like people that I'm close with, but now I'm like okay with sharing that side of me with more and more people, and I feel way more comfortable in my skin.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, that's what people want.
Yeah.
And the people that don't want it, those are not your people.
Right. Yeah.
What's the second card?
Okay.
You can put that one down.
Okay. From here or in the middle?
So in the middle.
Okay. Ooh, this feels...
Three of Cups. Wow. That's a celebratory moment.
They're cheersing, basically.
Yeah, they're cheersing. So
Cheers.
the number 3 is a strong number to get in numerology and also in tarot, because number 2 represents partnership and co-creation, and the number 3 represents bringing more in. And so this is a perfect example of like interviewing people that you love and that you find interesting. That is part of the growth process. And it's also something worth celebrating. And something that I heard, and I can't remember where, potentially a podcast, because I'm obsessed with podcasts, was that we only celebrate big wins. We only celebrate big birthdays. Why the hell are we not celebrating everything we do? Like, I woke up today not in a bad mood.
Yeah.
Or, you know what? I feel like I'm going to wear a tight dress and see how much I'm going to get.
Yeah.
Probably. And I think that's the perfect example of leading into manifestation. Because the brain knows lack and the brain knows wins, and when you're honoring the wins, the universe brings you more.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a really good way
It's
to
also
put that.
crazy because we were just talking about this morning about how we need to like celebrate the small stuff too.
Yeah.
Literally while we were getting ready.
Yeah.
So weird.
I'm here.
We're here.
Right?
I
that's
love that.
cool.
That is actually very cool. Man, I feel like these two together too. I'm already like stoked.
Oh, I'm so
I
excited.
know.
Last card.
Okay. Ooh.
Wow. Knight of Cups. So the Knight has this energy of power and action. And Cups really represents, and this is your second Cups, by the way, represents fulfillment. And so something that I see with the two cards collectively is that you are doing things that are fulfilling to you on like a soul level. Because on a level of, I know who you are at work, I know that you're very talented and gifted, I know that you run a strong business, but also like this is the creative portion that's not work, even though it is work or feels like work. It's the creative portion that allows people to know your legacy, to know how you navigate life, and it's super fulfilling. It's part of the ninth, in astrology, it's part of the ninth house, which is about higher learning, education, philosophy, science, travel. And if you tap deeply into that specific house, you start building on other houses like community, career, and things that are kind of incorporated in that journey.
So cool. That's a great reading.
I mean, does it get better than this? I don't know. I feel really good about what just happened here.
Yeah, and I also think that it's going to continue to happen, right? This is just the beginning of that 8-month journey, because that 8 of Wands is like, things are all moving in the right direction. Let's go with that momentum and keep going.
Wow.
I need to take a picture.
Yeah.
I have chills.
That's so cool.
Thank you
All right,
for letting
8
me do
months.
your reading.
Thank you for doing that.
And we'll pull oracle cards at the end because those are the fun ones.
That was very, very, very cool. You are so knowledgeable too. It's crazy that you can just like see these, and you have all of these decks.
I know.
I mean, you just talked about getting rid of 100, and you can look at that and you know exactly what it means. That blows my mind.
I know, it's crazy.
Just like the depth of knowledge is very
It's wild. Sometimes she would have like 5 of them. We would pull 5 different ones, and I'm like, she knows it all.
Thank you.
So
At
cool.
some point, I do want to read her book. Like, I just want, an afternoon off
Yeah.
outside where I can read her interpretation.
What's an afternoon off?
Yeah, what's an afternoon off? Exactly. Okay.
Okay.
Katie, go ahead and give it a shuffle.
Shuffle. No, I'm
your
nervous
fingers.
about.
Take your time. Let's go ahead and clear it out first.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got to do the bell.
Okay.
Breathe in through the nose. Exit out through the mouth. Beautiful. All right.
Okay. I do love shuffling cards.
Oh, you're pretty good.
And your nails look so good with it.
Thank you. We just got our nails done.
Shout out Maisie.
Shout out. We love her.
Yay.
I'm not doing that well.
I'm
but
doing
it's
great.
okay.
You're doing really well.
Really?
Yeah, it looks effortless. Vegas.
Send me
here
to
she
Vegas,
comes.
baby.
Your Nan would be so proud.
She would.
I will have to say something about Vegas. I went recently in July and I was discouraged by the lack of sequins and beautiful clothing.
That's sad.
Because I used to go to Vegas for work, for fashion. There's a big market there called Magic Market.
Yeah.
And part of the joy of going there was seeing everyone dolled up, walking
Yeah.
down the street, maybe wasted
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Whatever.
With high heels and like a leopard coat from the night before. And now everybody's just in flip-flop shorts and tanks.
Womp, womp,
Womp, womp. I know it's like 100 degrees, but
Right.
Like, bring
Something-
Vegas back. Bring sequins back.
Well, I actually saw something the other day that is interesting. They're saying there's this big shift in Vegas now where it's leaning more actually towards wellness than Vegas.
Really?
Yeah, like all the conventions and all this stuff, that's kind of like the direction it's going is like there's a lot more like spas and like wellness retreats that are happening, which
That's
like
sad.
just the dichotomy
Keep Vegas,
of that.
Vegas.
yeah.
No. Well, we'll see.
Even today we were getting dressed and she was like, you're like super fancy. I'm like, this feels more casual.
This is Katie's casual. I was like, you're wearing fucking sequins. Nothing about sequins is casual.
That's a hard thing. I don't know what casual is. It's either like I look like Adam Sandler or
Yeah.
I look, I guess, this.
It's great.
Yes,
I love that
thanks.
about you.
I love
don't,
this
and
outfit.
don't change.
Ever.
No, I love it.
When I was single and dating people and they would bring me over for their Thanksgiving, the mothers of the person I would date would be like, "Why is she so dressed up?" And it's like, it's because it's who I am.
Yeah, I like it. It's
And,
so
and I don't
fun.
have to give you a reason why I'm wearing
Yeah.
leopard or leather
Ever.
Yeah.
when
Ever.
everyone's wearing, a sweater and Uggs. Like I can't.
Yeah, I can't.
Well, we just learned too the other day that you're supposed to dress like your moon rising sign.
Yes.
Sagittarius.
Same.
Yes.
Same.
I love this.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we pulled up mine. It was exactly what I wear. Yours was very
Spot
close.
on.
Yeah, it's so cool. You should look into
Well,
it.
and now I'm because I joke around and say that I have an identity crisis
Yeah.
every season, sometimes every morning.
Right.
And I'm like, because my wardrobe is so eclectic, and I'm like, I don't know who I am. And then Britt told us that, and I was like, oh, I do know who I am,
I'm
and I
doing the
just
right
need to
thing.
wear this every day, and I'll feel
Yeah.
great.
And then we went shopping and we bought all the things. for
Cured
you.
all my
What
diseases.
is your rising?
Oh, I always forget. Is that the second one?
Uh-huh.
Leo.
Okay.
Gemini, Leo, Virgo.
No, the rising is the third.
Oh, Virgo.
Virgo.
Uh-huh.
We've talked about that
Yeah.
millions of times. That's
Yeah.
why she's so detail oriented and really good at all of the boxes.
Right. Well, what's funny is I am actually a Virgo, which shocks people.
You need to do, what's the full reading I did with you? The full birth chart?
Oh yeah.
You have to do that with her.
But I'm a September 21st, so I'm like trying to get out.
You're on the cusp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
So the one closest to you
Okay,
first.
pull it away from me.
Yes.
Okay,
And then
this one.
ooh, 7 of Pentacles.
Woo!
Yes. So in this card, he's blowing bubbles.
That's
and,
so fun.
Bubbles are like the pentacles, meaning the money and also the patience. And so this tells me that you've been planting a lot of seeds, and that's per usual. But it's also the card of patience because not everything, comes immediately. In fact, the best things in life takes time.
Right.
And the number 7 is also another lucky number. So 7 and 8, I believe, are very lucky. And it represents like having fun too.
Okay.
Because in the time of being patient, which nobody wants to hear or be, you can still enjoy the process. And you could still enjoy the connections and the resources that you're making in order to build what it is that you're trying to accomplish. Now, I'm curious to know the second card because I would love to do a love reading, but I just, I don't know.
Same. Yeah. Okay, this one was like this when I opened it. Does that matter?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Page of Swords. So Swords is affiliated with air and it's affiliated with worry or the mind.
Okay.
And Swords just represents a challenge. And so you're being challenged right now. And I would love to see the third card to see in what aspects of life.
Okay, we need the full.
Oh,
You got the same card.
I know, that's
8
crazy.
of Wands.
This
So
always
I want you
happens
to
to
pull
us.
one more card. I want you to pull the bottom of that
This
deck.
one?
It's going to be the bottom. Because you know y'all are in sync, Knight of Wands. So
I feel like I always get that card.
yeah, there is an energy of the two of you, obviously business partners, having this podcast, but also there's different things that you all bring to the table. And because of the Knight of Wands, and I say this with love and grace, you know, you have this energy of newness and you have this energy of being experienced. And so with both of you being experienced
Elder.
in the and old, also more life, right?
Yeah.
I'm right there. I just turned 45 2 weeks ago, and I'm like,
Seasoned.
whatever,
Yeah.
seasoned. But sometimes it's about the perspective and having a fresh perspective and having a different perspective, because in life there's duality.
Yeah.
And so I would say you have been, since I met you, really stepping out of your comfort zone. You're changing your wardrobe. You know, at some point you were just having strong boundaries, even on dating. And so I want you to reshuffle all of that.
Okay.
I just want to see if I can tap into any love, because
Oh my.
that's something that
You're
I'm
not getting out of this.
She's in the hot seat.
Well, you know what I'm dying to do is I think it would be fun while we're doing this to hire a love coach for Katie so that I can, one, go along the ride with her,
Yes.
see what happens, and just like
You
play
guys.
around with just
see what
what
happens
happens with
with
that.
my love.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ. I have a lot of love to give, and it's going to take a special person to take it. Oh,
There it is.
That feels
That's
important.
the card. Okay. So this is another balance card, the
I don't
Seven
know
of
why I handed it
Wands.
to you.
And the Seven of Wands is like being on top of things.
Okay.
Right? And being on top of things is like being on top of your game too. Because being on top of your game means that you're not going to just accept any old person who comes to the door who, even if they have all of their boxes checked, you know, maybe they have something that you don't connect with. So interestingly enough, with the Patience card and also the Page of Swords, I want you to tap into yourself spiritually by having a connection with Source. A connection with Source is a connection with your creativity and what you're trying to create in especially the love realm. And so that is very much linked to manifestation.
Okay.
There's a really good book called Mind Magic,
Okay.
written by neuroscientist James Doty.
Okay.
And he is a brain doctor. And he talks about his life story of how he wanted to become a doctor. He was not privileged. He was poor, uneducated, but ended up making it big, losing it, and then all the other things. And I really love the book because the first, I won't tell you a lot about it, but the first sentence was, the universe doesn't give a fuck about you. And I was like, I'm in.
Sign me up.
Yeah. And through that journey, he talks about this woman he met at a magic shop when he was very young. And she taught him about mindfulness, meditation, and like certain things to add into co-creating with your mind and getting out of your head. And in that story, there is this message of you're going to get exactly what you want, and it is about the timing. And by the way, this is another number 7. So what does that mean to you? Is it in 7 weeks, 7 months?
Christ, 7 weeks, I'll throw up.
I'm not ready for that.
But see, now I'm witnessing the energy of I'm not ready. Then God, Spirit, Universe says, okay, then we'll wait. So you got to be ready. And sometimes the hardest moments in our life are when we're not ready and we just have to do it. It's like starting this podcast, starting my second business. It's like I'm about to divide 2 of my favorite loves, and now I have a husband. It's like, I have a pie chart of like 6 things right now.
Yeah.
But I still want to start create my own tarot deck. I still want to learn photography, and that's like something secret that I have for 2026 and different things. But, my subconscious and your subconscious is always going to be like, I'm not ready. But when you consciously are like, I'm going to allow the divine timing to bring me this person, but these are the specifics that I want. And it has to come down to the core.
Yeah.
It has to come down to the values, the things that you want or need support in a romantic relationship. And that's pretty much to kind of get out of your way, let you be you, but also bring you the love that you need at the end of the day. And for me, that's a lot easier to find.
Yeah.
So I promise you, once you tap into source, which is how you want to creatively bring this person into the picture, then you most likely don't even need to do much of the work. You won't need to get online. We've said specifically before that you would meet someone in person.
Yeah.
And you're very intuitive, so that means that once you make a connection, eye contact, or a conversation, you're going to know.
Yeah. Well,
That means Katie will only be pulling in her trash can by herself
yeah.
for some sort of 7 something.
I refuse any longer. I'm over it.
I saw that and I was cracking up.
We talk about it almost every day.
I was mad.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So how does the message feel?
Great. I think it's amazing.
I do too.
Yeah.
I loved my reading. I thought that was so cool. And I love yours too. Like, how interesting would it be if truly that person came into your life at this moment with everything that's going on?
I know. They got to come into the chaos, I think, because it's just
that's what I mean. It's like
what our life is.
So this would be like a really cool time for that to happen, because it would be like, this is who I am. And
and we're going to talk
you're
about
either
it
in
on
or you're in the way.
podcast.
Yeah.
We have a whole group chat, and it's our podcast.
Our second date is actually going to be interviewing you on the podcast. Good luck, Chuck.
I also have a little bit of goosies because I'm easily picking up that you do hair for a lot of women, and maybe these older women has a child, a son that would be like, you would be the perfect daughter.
Yeah.
And so really pay attention to your clients and connect with them.
They're all married.
Deeper,
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So it's like almost like in a net, like a periphery network, possibly.
Yeah, it's like when you're not looking and searching, but the universe knows that you're available.
Yeah.
Tapping into, I'm single and one day I'd love to find the perfect partner. That's going to connect the link of, wow, I have a son that is single and you're an amazing person.
Right.
Because you are.
That just gave me the goosebumps.
Yeah.
I had one client set me up one time, and it was a terrible fail. I think I was at Headspace.
What?
Remember, he told me I was his twin flame, and it got really weird really quick.
I do vaguely
and
remember
super
this
uncomfortable.
happening.
So she's an amazing person, and she was like, I didn't know this, and I'm like, it's totally
I actually
fine.
do remember this.
Remember?
Yes.
Yeah, and she felt terrible, but she was like, how did it go? And I'm like, I've been so scared to tell you. It was terrifying.
So the perseverance card.
Yes.
Yes. And I love that we are talking about this because our mind just holds on to a lot of memories naturally.
Yeah.
My therapist always says, can you close a couple tabs in there? And I'm like, sure. How do I do that?
Yeah.
But one thing to remember is that when we experience something and it doesn't go well, maybe if we experience it again or in a different light, it could potentially be a win. But just be free and organic and be open. And the more mantras you say to yourself, I did a Reiki yesterday with a good friend of mine, and he was energizing all my chakras, and he did tuning forks in my heart and my third eye, because he's like, right now I'm feeling like it's a little bit lower than usual because you're giving so much.
Yeah.
And I was like, I hate that because I want it to be so open, right? He's like, your throat is wide open. I'm like, I know, I'm talking. And anyways, that whole thing was when he was setting the tuning forks on my heart, he was like, I want you to repeat this over and over again until I'm done, and I have to hit the tuning forks 5 times. He says, I love, and just say everything you love, right?
Wow.
So I was like, all the things that I love. I love my walks, my partner, all the things. And then I did it for my intuition. He's like, what do you see? And so I see like my future being bright, all those things. When we did the scan afterwards, it was wide open.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's why and this was yesterday. His name's Sky, by the way.
I love Sky. He's one of my friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah, I know him. He's the
Oh,
best.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
So he has multiple businesses.
Yeah.
And a really great person. And he did that for me.
That's
And
amazing.
I really needed it because I had a big event and I had this opportunity and I just wanted to be completely authentic and open. But based on that and seeing it on a visual platform, because I have the printouts, I have the diagram, I have the aura photos, I know that it works when you shift that perspective and say, I am entitled for love. I will find that person. I am a badass bitch.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. Even that mirror talk of posting affirmations, you'll get it even faster. Cool. You'll get it in 7 days.
Okay.
Adds to list.
Adds to list with a box.
Yep. With
Most
box.
important.
Let's each pull a magical spirit card, and we'll end with the real bitch.
Okay. I'm going to go here. Oh. Here we go.
Okay.
All right. I'll pull one too.
Okay. That's so cute.
Yeah, go ahead and read your
Wow, this is really crazy. It says harmony, ease, inner child, and softness. May sweet and soft things find you. I literally just talked about this in therapy today.
Wow.
27 is the number, if that matters. That's crazy. I literally have chills.
That's very cool.
Very wild.
So 27 in numerology is 9, because 7 plus 2 is 9. And 9 represents cycles and really reviewing your patterns and cycles. And just like that 7 of Pentacles card, it's like, have fun.
Yeah, that's really crazy.
That is super cool. I love it.
Me too.
Okay. Mine is 33.
Ooh,
And
angel.
it's this guy.
Ooh.
Says, find those who inspire you to bloom and grow together. Community, connection, reciprocation.
Wow.
That's amazing. So
That's
you're
so amazing.
and the number 3, hence the 3 of Cups, is tapping you into those celebratory moments. Angel numbers 33.
Sushi every weekend.
I know. I feel like all of mine have, because like I said earlier, like sometimes I'm a little more apprehensive. Like there's like this nerve in me where I'm like, I don't know. And like I feel like all of these are like, let it go.
Yeah.
I keep doing it.
And just
which
keep
is
doing what
cool.
you're doing.
Absolutely. And mine is number 3. It says, you are worthy of beautiful things, the servant queen, divine,
Wow.
magnetic, and valuable.
Wow. That's so
That's
good.
you.
That's totally you.
I love that.
Thank you. I love that I received this card because, even in my highest moments, there's self-doubt.
Yeah.
Who doesn't, we're humans, right?
Right.
Like who doesn't have the self-doubt? Who is not scared of trying something new? And in times where there's silence, like in my friendships or in my phone, and I feel like people contact me because they need me for something, I get very in my feels and in my head and sort of unworthy. So sometimes even pulling these cards are like, you know what, I am worthy of beautiful things and I can create that on my own. And
Yeah.
whoever wants to be in my orbit or my realm will want this too.
That's really powerful.
I love that.
I loved that a lot.
Thank you.
Great.
What's this deck called?
This one is called the Magical Spirit Oracle.
Okay.
And what's really great about it is you can go to the number and it goes into detail
Okay,
a little
cool.
bit more about the interpretation. And then it has what's called an affirmation spell. So just like we spoke about using those affirmations, the spell, by the way, spells are words. And spells are, for instance, like when you do talk badly or gossip or even, talk all the joys
Yeah.
and exciting things, it kind of manifests itself. So both good and bad things can do those.
Wow.
So reading these spells, it's just kind of fun, right?
Yeah, I love that.
Because it just adds more value.
Yeah, I love this deck.
So fun.
And the last one, we'll just kind of close it with something
Okay. Perfect.
spicy and funny. And by the way, I don't pull this deck out for anyone because, my clients are conservative too. And
Yeah.
sometimes I can't just be like, well, here, we're going to just start saying
Bad bitch club.
Yeah.
You won me with those words.
We're constantly like, okay, let's cuss less in this episode, but we cuss like
No,
sailors. It's really
okay.
hard.
It's who we are.
It's who we are.
Well, my dad will be listening once it comes
Sorry,
out.
Dad.
And it's okay. He loves all the interviews, but he also made a comment once. He's like, well, what about that person that just kept cursing? And I said, it's okay. And he was like, well, you could have done less of that. And I was like, all right. But,
All right, Dad, I get
but
you.
I think this is the viewers and what they want and expect because
Yeah.
they, they're real too.
yeah.
So.
Our first one was, I think, nerves, a lot of it.
I grew up in a construction home, so it's literally just who I am.
Wow. Okay, mine says the time to start is right fucking now.
Wow.
I know.
I love that.
Crazy.
Please.
Mine says, my dreams are lit as fuck.
Wow.
Mine says, inhale love, exhale bullshit.
Wow, that one is amazing.
I love
these are
this.
so cool.
I want this deck
These
too.
might go in the Christmas.
Yeah,
These are really
so
cool.
you can order them online and
Okay.
then separate them by cards. And
Okay.
you know, it'll go a long way because every person will have the opportunity to get their own vibe.
That's
so
so cute.
Okay, I want
love
to take
it.
a picture of these.
Those are adorable.
Isn't that fun?
So
Okay, so now that you got rid of 100 decks, what are you down to?
56.
wow.
Yeah, and I only know because I did an event yesterday, and I was like, "Oh shit, am I gonna have enough decks for people to,
Yeah.
partner up?" And I do, and I will continue buying them because
Yeah.
I'm just addicted and I love it, and it's something that if it doesn't resonate with me at this point, I hand it to a client or a friend, like, you need this.
I love that.
That's really
What
cool.
a cool thing.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing.
How do people like connect with you? Through Instagram? Like obviously I want everyone I know to come see you, but tell everyone how they
That's
can
the best
see
way
you.
to connect
Yeah.
with you. Yeah.
Telepathically.
Tap into your third eye and your throat chakra and go.
My biggest platform is Instagram.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's at Snowy SNOWY Rodeo RODEO. It links to my Facebook. I rarely check Facebook, and then in that link tree moment, right by my bio, it has all of the events that I'm having, the podcasts I've been on, and my websites.
Cool.
Which include pricings. But the Instagram's really rad because I do a lot of collaborations with companies such as yourself.
Yeah.
And so I'm constantly posting like cool events and
Love.
things, and believe it or not, a lot of them are free. And
That's
so
awesome.
if you're looking to connect with witchy women or connect with like-minded spiritual souls, you can even take my yoga class for free for your first free class at Blank Space. I like to offer those experiences because community is probably my biggest jam.
Yeah.
And it's something even in my natal chart that says that I've always, and even in past lives, have been a part of that.
That's
So-
cool.
Super
amazing.
cool.
Well, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you so much.
This
I
was-
can't wait to go to the tarot card
Oh,
boot camp. I
same.
am there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am there.
We're going to have so many decks by then.
Yeah.
I can't wait to buy all of them. We're going to be addicted. Well, thanks so much for being here. This is incredible.
Yep,
I
as
loved
always.
it. We'll have to have you back.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes. Yay.
That was so